This is an armed suspect. If it gets too crazy on the pursuit, gets too wild, they will back off the pursuit and let the area unit handle it, which is hopefully they get the suspect to calm down his driving and not, drive as badly as he was when he had black and whites in his rearview mirror. And so they backed off. Now that it's gotten up on the freeway, they've notified CHP as protocol, and it's up to CHP to decide whether they want to take the pursuit or not. But I'm looking back on the freeway. I don't see any CHP units on the freeway. We do hear them communicating to the CHP. In fact, the LA County Sheriff's helicopter is on the CHP frequencies watching as he calls this pursuit out, so the CHP officers know exactly where it's at. Now, we just crossed over the Rio Hondo River, approaching Paramount. This is taking us down into Downey area. So as we come along, we'll see what he does if he pops off the freeway or if he's heading back to familiar grounds down in the Lakewood area where this all started. So exactly unknown how many suspects are in the vehicle. We know the driver was reported to the sheriffs as being armed. It was taken by force, so that's why they call it a carjacking versus just somebody who just steals a car from a parking lot or in front of your house. He actually used force to get the driver out of the vehicle and take the vehicle from the driver. So that's a section that enhances the crime from a simple auto theft to a robbery where the car was taken. So it's really kind of cooking along the freeway's shoulder here. This is going to be Lakewood Rosemead. He's coming up to right now, this next ramp. And the next freeway he'll come to will be the 605. But let's see if he drops off this freeway here. Head south, that'll put him in on to Lakewood. If he comes north, it'll send him up Rosemead. Look like he's taking Lakewood here. As we continue south here, we'll see which way he decides to pick up. And coming down the off-ramp, coming down to Lakewood here, it looks like he's going to hold it in the left lane, going to bring it north, unless he makes a turn here. Holding for traffic, he's on a red, so he's kind of keeping an eye on traffic. Okay, he's making that left turn. This is going to take him north. This is going to take him north into up Rosemead here, but he may just very easily just hook the turn. But don't be past the on-ramp, so we're continuing north on Rosemead here from the 5 freeway. So we'll see where this is going to take us. Coming up to the next intersection here is Telegraph. Got some construction here, stop traffic. 5's got 7. Yeah, stop traffic here through the gas station, forcing his way through. And as he comes around, he's going through the gas station and now going to pick up southbound Telegraph. So he's going to be southbound Telegraph here as he goes. He's right underneath us, so I'm going to slide Sky 5 to the north here a little bit and let him drive away from us. You can see him right here holding the number 1 lane. 5's going to stay on the north side. And here he goes, coming up to some stop traffic at this intersection. He's going to go in the left turn pocket, going to force his way through. It looks like guys slowing down there. And the thing is the people on the ground have no idea what's going on. Okay, a left-hand turn. This is going to take him up into a residential area as he comes up here. So he's just trying to probably get to an area where he knows to get away down an alley here that's on the north side of Telegraph. So he may be looking for a place to go, a place to bail out of that car and hopefully get hidden from this area. But, with 4 media helicopters overhead and a sheriff's helicopter overhead, the chances of him getting away are pretty slim to none. So we always help out the law enforcement with keeping an eye on suspects coming out. But they back out to Telegraph here, turning back north Telegraph. So he's probably got an idea. He's trying to figure out where he is and what he's going to do. So with suspects like this, they're just going to keep driving until they figure out a path to get away, or they just keep going. But if he keeps this up too much, all right, here comes a U-turn, making a U-turn here on Telegraph. So as kind of the body language here in the driving habits, it doesn't look like he knows where he is or what he's going to do. But he certainly knows that helicopter's over the top of him. And then the 4 of us above the sheriff's helicopter, which is normally how we operate. We're constant contact with the sheriff's air unit overhead, giving him plenty of room to do his job, and at the same time bringing you these images of this pursuit. So continuing here eastbound on Telegraph, and this will continue up, cross over the San Gabriel River, and to the 605 freeway. So that's the next freeway he'll come to. And once he gets over the freeway here, he'll start getting into the Santa Fe Springs area and then working his way out to the east. So right now he's just real slow here, probably trying to figure out what his options are going to be. Like I said, not a police car in sight, so he's probably trying to figure out himself what's going on here. He's going to go the wrong side of the road right here to the center divider, kind of holding here in the center divider. Yeah, let's see what he's going to do. A little left turn here. Looks like it's going to be a U-turn. So I don't know if he's looking for police cars or he just trying to figure out how to get back to the freeway. But this is really a five got you there, sir. And continuing back now north on Telegraph, just back and forth on this roadway where he jumped on right about Rosemead here. So heading back towards Rosemead. Five's going to swing around to the south. And just at a very slow rate of speed, very little traffic anywhere. I'm looking far out around trying to see if I see any sheriff's units paralleling or Downey, matter of fact. Other side of the freeway is Downey, so we're going to see what happens here. But no units are in the area. And that's pretty much once the launch commander gives the 1022 or cancel the pursuit, the ground guys will stay completely out of it and not getting anywhere near it because of their policy. Once they're cleared, they're not supposed to engage in any way, not even track, not even parallel, or get out in front of him. But right now, he's all by himself in this on Telegraph, making the northbound turn here. Northbound here to a res track, and we'll see where he goes from here. Looks like he's just slowly working his way, probably just looking for a place to run. So now back to the north, continuing on here and seeing which way he's going to go. And I'm just going to hold back over here and just watch him because it's very low speed now. He's just kind of moseying along. And as I said earlier, no one else around him knows that he's actually fleeing for the police, making a stop here. So very good that he's gotten into the mode that the sheriff's department wanted him to get into, where he just slows down and drives normally and follows the traffic rules. So that stops the endangerment of the motoring public around him. And that's exactly why they do this surveillance move, where they just kind of sit back. Now here he goes. Okay, he just turned, try to find him here, in fact, he went right by a sheriff's unit. Now he's turned into a Northgate Market parking lot here. And now what they'll do, just park it probably. Here, see what he does. But sometimes they try to get out and get inside of a business to where they try to blend in with everybody else. You can see right there. Try to look real hard, see if I got anybody else in the car. It kind of didn't look like there was anybody in that right front seat. But we'll have to see. Just kind of working his way down, hitting the parking space here. Yep, going to go through the parking space. And I bet you he gets out, takes off into the Northgate Market. And there's a police or sheriff's unit right behind the market. And so here he goes, getting out here, suspect on the phone, just kind of hanging out on the phone. And he's just going to, I'm not doing anything, just mind my own business, heading for the market. But there's a sheriff's unit coming into the parking lot from the north. He'll be approaching him from screen left. And we'll see, here comes the sheriff's unit coming up on, hands up. There he goes, throws the keys towards the sheriff's unit, so he's just going to give it up and lay down. Now, these people coming out have no idea what's happening here, so sheriff's giving him directions to turn around. He's luckily complying, doing exactly what he should do. His actions dictate what the sheriff's department will do. They're going to hold him at gunpoint until they get another unit in. Here comes another unit in from behind, and that second unit will come in. Now they got him down, and now, at this point, they will slowly approach. One officer will be the arresting officer, and the other two will be the protection officers. Just keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't do anything silly. And then, so once they form up the team, decide who's going to go up, who's going to stay behind cover, then they'll work their way through. You see that sheriff's area doing a great job keeping an eye on this guy through the whole pursuit. So they're kind of taking their time. At this point, the time is on their side. He's away from the car. He's complying, so there's no need to rush up there and grab him. So they're going to go through their training, their policies, procedures. There's more sheriff units showing up. I can tell you, several more are rolling into the area. But they're just kind of taking their time, waiting for him to, wait for the officers to show up to get their game plan together and then work their way up. So good news that this pursuit has come to an end without anybody getting hurt as far as the motoring public is concerned. And now he's up, and I believe they're probably giving commands to back up towards the unit. So normally what they'll do is they'll have them on their feet and walk backwards towards the unit, so that keeps the deputies from being exposed too long for outside of cover. And that's what they're doing. They're just giving directions to come back to them, which is a good move on their part. Kind of keep a distance between the cover and the suspect a little shorter. So obviously it looks like he is following every command, holding up his shirt so they can show his waistband so he doesn't have an obvious weapon, but that's only a primary check as he comes up. And then once the officers here, you got you can see those officers between the cars. They're making the plan here to go up. One officer giving you the directions. And it's very important in a situation like that. One officer gives directions. Now here comes the three officers. One will be the arrest. Two will be the protecting. and now put him into custody, took him in handcuffs. He'll be patted down. I'm going to turn Sky 5 around here and see if I can find the car in the parking lot. And I know there's no deputies around it yet. So that'll be the next thing to do, is to go check out the car, make sure there's nobody in it, and see what the status of it is. So right there, very peaceful in custody, taking him into custody, walking him backwards. And right now, CHP and LA County Sheriffs ending this pursuit here in East LA. Suspect in custody, carjacking, armed. It all came to an end. So that's exactly how we like to see it happen. So, Glenn, let me send it back down to you.
All right, thank you very much, Tim. Again, this was a white Lexus that was carjacked less than an hour ago in Lakewood. And it all ends in Pico Rivera in the parking lot of the Northgate Market. The suspect under arrest, as you've seen, again, he was armed with a handgun. We don't know where the handgun